Okay, 1958, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. You can just boost the audio a bit. Let's play a normal D4 game for this one. Only 300 games on a 6-year-old account. What do I want to do? I'll bring the bishop out. I mean, we can still do our normal setup on the diagonal, but I think I'll bring the bishop this way this time. Just mix the opening up ever so slightly, but within reason. Now here you can stay there, you can drop back, you can trade. They're all decent options. I'll bring a pawn into the centre and look to castle. Now we need to try and come up with a plan. So I guess we want knight up with a view to pushing a pawn at some point. Do we do it immediately and try and challenge the centre? But if we push on, is that actually not that good? Rook across, if you come here, we're fine to take. If I go here and you play c5, it's getting a little bit sharp, isn't it? I think I like the idea just rook across, a slow, steady move. Getting ready. I suspect he'll play c5 quickly. At least we can take. That's what he's lining up. Knight up could be a move here, threatening to jump in then. So knight up, if he takes, we can take. Knight back, take. And I guess we could just go here, couldn't we? So knight up actually looks to be a nice move, threatening to jump in. Because we can always take and go d4 anyway, or trade the bishop in d4. And then if he plays c5, we don't have to take. So let's take back here. Now, do we trade the bishop? Probably. Is there any good reason not to trade the bishop here? I don't think so. I don't see it. So I think we just need to trade and go d4. He'll play c5. Now, we could obviously just leave that. Knight up could be a move, but I don't like the look of that. I think I want to get my queen active, but where to? I'm looking at this sort of idea. Let's do it. Let's play the queen to g4. Just try and put it on an active square. Okay, captures, so I need to go with the pawn there. So we do have a backward pawn. It's a bit of a target for our opponent. So do we stay here? Knight forward attacks a pawn and threatens to jump in. But it might just be completely stuck once we get there. Queen down is a bit annoying. What about going bold with f4 to threaten f5? f4, what does he do? If he pushes, we might have to ignore it, but it gives us rook up, doesn't it? What about rook across to do something like this? Get off this file, or activate this rook. It's whether I'm going to play f4 or activate the rook to come around the angles. You got this sort of idea. Knight up. I'm a bit concerned with a move like queen down. Say knight in, trades, and the pawns might fall. Yeah, I'm going to actually play the rook back across, and I'm going to try and do something like this, and maybe f4, I think, or h4. Okay, he's played that move immediately. I think I have to take that. I don't think I can ignore that. So I'll go with the knight, I assume. Okay, so I've got queen across here. What's he going to do? Not sure. Let's find out. I'm looking at trying to activate the rook. I think f4 clearly isn't really a great move now. Knight up's not going anywhere now. We could go up and attack a pawn, but we're not achieving a lot. He has indeed gone after this, so can we defend it? Do we go here and go after a pawn? I doubt it. He's playing very well, actually, really well. Now, knight comes in here. I'm okay to take for one move because I guard the rook, but then after takes, I've got a problem with my rook. The two pawns will be loose. But in for one move, takes is a move, or I can shift, I guess. This could be someone probably series significantly underrated, couldn't it? There's hundreds of games. It's more than enough to establish your rating. It's mainly a blitz player. But 6-year-old account, where they all played years and years ago, I won't know till after the game when I check. So the rating might not be accurate here. One's playing really well. So what do we want to do? Rook across and rook across, but then we've got a weakness here. He's opened the file. That's exactly what he's going for straight away. So I think I need to shift my rook, right? Just target the pawn, break this pin. Knight in now, we have an option to take. Pawn takes take back, but he's going to pile all the pressure on here. So at some point we're going to have to play f3. We kind of have to. So I'm going to double the rooks up here with a view to f3 coming further down the line. Just hope I don't collapse this position. So he's just ignored it and pushed. Now if we take, we lose our queen there, so that's a slight problem. But I could maybe play pawn up first. Can I take here? No. So pawn up, he's going to go here. But can't I just take the pawn? Takes, and he takes here. But there's no immediate back rank knockout. So take, rook takes. He's going to take here. I've got a back rank mate threat. And my knight hangs. But here first, what if he then goes here? That looks better actually. He's threatening to take, but I just take here. So I think I go here and hit the queen. He can't take the pawn this move. I think he goes here, right? And then it's, can I safely take here? Take, and he doesn't have that back rank knockout. Take. And what does he do? He can go and threaten a pawn, but we can at least drop back, right? So I think we can take now, so I'm going to do it. I might be just blundering the game, of course. Dangerous position. But if the knight moves, we have a check. Or a check here as well. But obviously he's very close to blasting through here. As long as he's not checkmated. Because the queen can come in, block. Oh, he's actually gone for it. What the heck? So do I have to check here? If he blocks, is there a nasty move like queen up? Ooh, that would be nasty if it worked, wouldn't it? Check if he goes here. I've got queen up, and if he takes, it's checkmate. And we're threatening to double take him with checkmate. He doesn't have a knight check, and he doesn't have a queen check apart from a sacrifice. So check is a move. If I go here with the queen first, he just blocks, right? And I've got nothing. So check. He goes here, and queen e7. And what does he do? I mean, I could take here. He takes, and a check here. And then I can maybe check here and trade everything off. But it looks winning to me with this move. So is queen e7 winning? I don't see any reply. He doesn't have queen here to guard. He doesn't have knight back to guard. It's just winning, right? Just queening. I mean, he can move a pawn and avoid an immediate checkmate, but it's game over anyway. Just check. And then check here. Take with a queen. Check here. Give yourself a square and it's just finished. I think he's just blundered it moving too quickly. He's 2 minutes up on the clock. So I think it's over, but I might be missing something. So am I missing something here? It's a very nasty finish if it is over. I think he might have to play h7 if he wants to play on. Take with a queen, king h7, queen to f5, check, and then I can just bail the queen back. I mean, there must be a checkmate there anyway, you would think. We just played it far too quickly, You see, he's a very strong, dangerous player. Very dangerous opponent, you could see from the opening play. But I'm threatening to take with both the rook and the queen, and he can't take my rook because it's just checkmate anyway. This is why you need to really use your time earlier in the game rather than later in the game. If you just make that slight mistake somewhere, it's just, the game's gone. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's a forced checkmate. I might be wrong, but I think it is. Even h6, I think it's still a forced checkmate if I take with the queen. Then I've got the check on f5. Block it with g6 and queen to f7. Maybe you can play h5 instead, I don't know. Let's just see what he does and then worry about it. But yeah, he's using 2 minutes on one move now that the mistake has happened. Yeah, he doesn't see a defense. I don't think there is one. Let's have a look with the engine double checking, but I think there's a forced checkmate there. So we pause so we don't accidentally start another game. So we have 26 moves there. The move times for both players there. Let's just request an analysis. It looks like a forced mate in the end, but let's see if it is. Yeah, mate in 7. There is a forced checkmate at the end there. Mate in 9, 8, 7. So we got one opportunity and we took it. Otherwise, it was just +1 up to that point. So perfectly normal opening, completely level here. A slight little blip here. So we played a really good game at our level there. 98 versus 78 on the accuracy. But the accuracy would have been very similar for both of us, but for that losing blunder at the end. The pawn just moved too quickly at the wrong moment. That's why you really got to learn to play at the right speed for the time control. So you're just flicking through this. Nothing's been flagged for either player here. Just all logical development moves for both of us. That's why we're both playing relatively quickly here. But I'm still already, what, a minute down on the clock. I'm not playing silly fast. We're just trying to come up with a plan. Some sort of idea, but it's still completely level. We go after this pawn. He should have just doubled up there and been a bit more patient. So we've seen a chance to kick the queen here. So it avoids a one-move back rank mate when the queen goes here. A back rank check threat, depending on how the moves actually pan out. That's why I did that. Then he just moved too quickly here. Rook back here, and it's just +1. And he just jumped forward too quickly, and we've seen the checkmate. Or at least, you know, at the very least, winning the rook. Just moved too quickly. If you drop the rook back, it's still at our level, essentially a level game there. So it's just a lucky one-move blunder. And then in this position, there's nothing much you can do here. So I'm assuming you've got to push the pawn. Yeah, you do push it too. Then we take with the queen, king up, the queen check. Then you block with the pawn. Then we go back to check. The king can step up. The rook across, king up again. Then we've just got these extra little steps just to finish it. Pawn up, down, down, take, and then checkmate there. So you could have delayed it a little bit with h5 instead of h6, but at our level that's still a good win. So it's a good game, but it's just a simple one-move blunder, just moving too quickly for the time control. That's all it was.